Before the world starts spinning fast, I pause and take my stand. Coffee in hand, I lace up truth with heaven's battle plan. No fear, no doubt, I suit up strong, his armor fits just right. I'm walking tall, I'm prayed up now, I'm ready for the fight. Wrap me in truth, no lies allowed, I walk this road with my head unbowed. No fake disguise, no twisted words, just gospel truth, pure and undisturbed. Honor God, my morning song is mine, I move along. Shield of faith, there's one in hand, in his armor I firmly stand. Truth on my ways, peace on my feet, victory's mine, I won't retreat. Guard my heart, Lord, keep it clean, your righteousness my daily sheen. No shame, no guilt, no hidden stain, I wear your grace like a holy chain. Honor God, my morning song is mine, I move along. Shield of faith and sword in hand, in his armor I firmly stand. Truth on my ways, peace on my feet, victory's mine, I won't retreat. Bruce lays tight, with peace I bring, good news echoes when I sing. I step with calm through storm and flame, each stride I take I lift your name. Honor of God, my morning song is mine, I move along. Shield of faith and sword in hand, in his armor I firmly stand. Truth on my ways, peace on my feet, victory's mine, I won't retreat. I'm renewed, no fear inside, salvation's found my holy God. Thoughts align with heaven's view, I see the world through what is true. Honor of God, my morning song is mine, I move along. Shield of faith and sword in hand, in his armor I firmly stand. Truth on my ways, peace on my feet, victory's mine, I won't retreat. Word in hand, I speak with fire, sharper than steel, it lifts me high. No weapon formed can take me down. I fight with faith, I wear the crown. Honor God, my morning song is mine, I move along. Shield of faith and sword in hand, in his armor I firmly stand. Truth on my ways, peace on my feet, victory's mine, I won't retreat. So here I stand, the day begun, armored up till setting sun. With every breath I walk his way, in truth and love I face the day.
Well, good Monday morning. Like I said in the chat, this is going to be kind of a rage akin to, well, actually, what did I say? A rant akin to a rage. So the title today is, how do we keep ourselves apart from this? And honestly, you really can't, okay? But what you can do is you can manage your actions and even to a point, your stress, once you come to an understanding of what's going on, okay? But first, all the regular stuff down in the description below the chat or below the video is all of the links to my sponsors and my PayPal. If you feel compelled to send me something here, like maybe pay for a cup of coffee or whatever, I would appreciate it. I'm not monetized. I don't get enough views on Rumble or BitChute or even YouTube for that matter. I'm probably years away from that. So I basically am doing this out of my own pocket, which is okay because that's what I've been doing since 2017. Putting the truth as best that I know it is out there for y'all to chew on and figure out for yourselves what you think. So I'm going to focus today on a couple of things. I'm going to focus on the two big issues going on in Minneapolis, which is the massive fraud. And again, this massive fraud, I think they said that it's up in the area of about $9 billion now. So any of you people that are out there that watch this that happen to be from Minnesota, once you realize $9 billion of your tax money has been stolen from you and has been enriching the pockets of about 86% of the Somalians that are in Minneapolis, and there's more throughout the United States, but like I said, we're going to focus on Minneapolis because that's what's right out here in the open right now. The other thing that we're going to focus on in Minneapolis, which is going to tie to quite possibly the Insurrection Act being activated, is the violence from the left. And I don't even know if it's even the left anymore. This is like pure evil that's going on up there. I mean, all of it. I mean, they're stealing from you. There's no, and they're making it so there's nothing you can do about it. So, I mean, yeah, you can say I'm not going to pay my taxes. That's all good, but that doesn't take care of the here and now on this situation right now. Okay? And what I'm going to say, I'm not saying it as a way to incite anything. But if you take it that way, that's fine too, because we got Tim Walz and this Mayor Fry out there basically inciting violence. And the day after they do it, yesterday, we almost had 2 patriots get killed by a mob. First was Jake Lang. At one point, they had Jake by both of his legs, and they looked like they were gonna do. You know how when you at Thanksgiving you save the wishbone and then you take it and you kind of whoever gets the bigger part gets to do the wish, or however you work, whatever the person that gets the bigger part gets. They almost turned Jake Lang into a wishbone. One that was broken in half to the point where his pant leg actually started tearing. And then after they pulled him off of there, they were clubbing him in the head with flag posts and their bullhorns and other hard things that they could hit him in the head with. They busted his head open and he ended up having to get stitches. Now, Jake Lang, he's a former J6 guy. I question how he was supposedly in solitary confinement the whole time, but he still had the ability to have Wi-Fi and send messages out on social media. I question that, but he's a controversial one to me because, he's actually going out there and he's protesting the anti-ICE protesters. Okay? But he's doing so in such a way that would actually incite violence, and it did in Dearborn. Not to the point where anybody got beat up, but they definitely riled up the crowd. But yesterday in Minneapolis, and there, from what I could see in that crowd, there were very few Somalis out there in the cold that were basically raging in the cage. It was mostly there were there were some black people, there were Hispanics, but there were a lot of white people. I'm going to play a video for you guys. It's a couple minutes long. I think it's already queued up. But I'm going to play a video for you guys and let you chew on that for a few minutes, and then we're going to talk about it. But we're actually going to get a crescendo. We're going to actually, this whole thing, I'm not just going to spit stuff back and forth. We're going to actually get into some stuff, and I'm going to say some things that are going to piss some people off. Maybe some people on the right, but definitely some people on the left. And hopefully what I say will be seen by people that have control and can do certain things, and I hope they take it in a way where they take action to fix what's happening out there, rather than come to my door and accuse me of inciting violence. Because if any of these paper tigers come to my door and try to threaten me, they're going to have extra blowholes when they leave. I'm just saying. I'm not going to put up with any bullshit from anybody. Okay? So, that being said, let me show you guys this video. I'll let you guys chew on this for a bit. What happened? I got to get back to my bookmarks now. It was queued up and ready to go, and then... Alright. I don't think I have sound here, do I? No.
Everything click. And honestly, share this with... If you felt like the world has suddenly turned into a population of NPCs, save this video right now, because what I'm about to explain is going to make everything click. And honestly, share this with that one friend who still can think for themselves, because they're going to get it instantly. You guys remember that scene in the movie Divergent where all of the Dauntless members were given a needle and instantly robbed of all of their critical thought and became literal drones for the government? And do you guys remember the only two people it didn't affect were the only two Divergent members in Dauntless? Told them that injection was for their benefit, but what was truly happening was disconnecting them and calcifying their pineal gland. Severing the part of the mind that questions, the part that is capable of rebelling, and the part that creates. You're starting to see where I'm going with this? I want you to look at our real world. And just a few years ago, we watched millions of people lose their ability to critically think when 80% or plus of the entire population got a injection or two. Generations, they told us the pineal gland is some irrelevant leftover organ, even though every ancient civilization documented it as the gateway to your intuition, awareness, and higher states of consciousness. So ask yourself, why did the world get much more quiet, more obedient, more disconnected right after everybody was pressured into taking something that we barely even understood? Here's the part nobody wants to admit. The people who didn't fall under the trance were the neurodivergent, the rebels, the too sensitive, the ones who could always feel that something was off. We are the glitch in the matrix, family. We are the trisses of the system, the outliers that they could not control even when they tried and spent trillions of dollars trying to do so. Now, just like in the movie Divergent, the serum didn't just create obedience, it also revealed who was immune to it. And suddenly the world splits, those who can only follow and those who can truly see. So if you're still thinking for yourself, you weren't meant to be part of their program. You came here to break it. Now here's the real red pill. Why do they inject you with hundreds of needles in the first 3 years of your life? Why are they trying to manage your biology before you can even speak? Why is independent thought the one thing they cannot allow? Because a population robbed of perception that can't question, can't challenge, can't escape. Truthfully, not you, because you're still here watching this all the way through. Your mind rejected the coding before the coding even began. You were not meant to be controlled. You were meant to become a conscious creator. So again, if this hits you on a soul level, save it, share it, and follow for more truth the world is not ready for. This is just the beginning. Our kind is waking up and we don't have to go back to sleep.
All right, so I think when there's examples put out there, when you give like a movie example or something that's a little bit easier to take in the brain, it kind of sinks in a little bit more. Because I listened to this and I was going like, kind of makes sense. I watched a TikTok video the other day where here's this blue-haired young teenage girl flipping out on a cop, and the cop goes, he reaches in and he's like, hold on, let me just do this. And he takes her nose ring and he pulls the nose ring out, and she goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's things that are in you, on you, that control you. And in this video that I just showed you, good morning, Molly. This video that I just showed you basically says from the day that you came out of the womb until you were 3 years old, they stuck you full of needles and put all this crap in your body, knowing that it's going to calcify your pineal gland, which we know is the third eye, which is that part of our brain that gives us the extra ability to do certain things. Okay? So more recently, 2019, 2020, and I'm not going to mince words, I'm not going to say the jab, it was frickin' COVID, okay? COVID-19, the biggest frickin' hoax to hit the world ever. And it wasn't COVID that made people sick. People were sick normally from the flu. But we already know they turned the PCR tests all the way up so that it would give a false positive, and they're like, oh, you got COVID, you need to take this vaccine. So people were they took the original shot, and in some cases, some people got the bad batch. I mean, what do we have? Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, Moderna. How many other versions of this vaccination was out there, and what was in it? President Trump said this is he basically said the ones that were the safe ones. That was what Warp Speed was about. It was putting a vaccine out there that was a placebo. Okay? If people haven't seen that yet, then I don't know. But there were some bad batches that still got out. There's still bad actors. But if people actually paid attention to what President Trump is saying, instead of just hearing the overtone, pay attention to what he is actually saying, people would have never taken the jab in the first place. They would have never got the original. They would have never gotten booster 1, booster 2, booster 3, booster 4, and they wouldn't be still wearing masks today, and they still wouldn't be getting ready to go in for the next version of COVID or H3N5 bird flu variant K that is going to kill the whole world. Because these people can't think for themselves, because ever since they were little, they've been taking jabs. Some of it was beyond their control. When you're a baby, you can't stop a doctor from jabbing you 32 times by the time you leave the hospital. A lot of freaking evil people in this world, and I hate to say it, I have friends that were doctors, but thankfully my friends that were doctors were into sports medicine and not giving injections, but there were doctors that I worked with when I was a CMA, that one doctor in my office would basically threaten people to get the jab so we can take the damn mask off. And then a year after, everybody in the office, except for me, they fired me because I wouldn't take the jab, but they found a different reason to do it. But all the other people, especially the poor girl that was relying on me and was using me for protection to get the heat off of her because she was afraid to take the shot. But after I left, she succumbed to their pressure and took the shot, and she got sick. I don't know if anything bad happened to her, but I know a year after everybody in that office was vaccinated, they were still wearing the damn diaper on their face. Because this is how stupid people are. They let shit happen to them and get stuff put in their body that closes off certain critical thinking parts of their brain, and then they succumb to all the evil shit that comes in the back door, because that's what it does, is it opens a door and leaves them vulnerable to oppression and the thumb on their back, whether it come from a demon sitting on their shoulder putting pressure on them, or the oppressed, or in some cases possessed doctors and other higher ups in their workplace that are pressuring them to do certain things, like take the stupid jab. And the other important thing in the video that we just watched was, after everybody took the shot and they said, yeah, you need this, there were still 2 people that were immune to the shit that they were doing. And you know what? I'm one of those people that's immune to all the shit that they're doing, because my mind is wide open. I see what's happening to us. And you know what they do to people like me? They persecute me, they threaten me, they shut my channels down. They basically go out of their way to attack me and to shut me up so that I can't put the truth out to people. If they shut down my YouTube channel, fine. Shut down my YouTube channel. I still got Rumble and I still got BitChute. And those are 2 places so far that I'm allowed to speak the truth without getting any warnings or community guidelines put on me. X, I'm talking about you. You are a free speech platform, but by you allowing other people out there that disagree with what I say to put a community standards message or community message up on a post that I put, is kind of bullshit. And it's also bullshit that if somebody complains about something I said on my account, there is no innocence until proven guilty with X. They shut your account down for a week until you either delete the post, which you still have a week, that they give you a timeout. But the left-wing lunatics, these frickin' blue hairs with the cow ring in their nose, that get pissed off every time you mention the name Donald Trump, and they want to, they go shut you down, and they go, well, I've got power over you. You know what? F you. You have no power over me. The only entity that has power over me is Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. I'm not afraid of any of you that attack me out there on the other side. I don't give a shit about you. I will pray for you, and I'll pray for your soul, but I don't give a shit about you. So all you idiots up there in Minnesota that are so frazzle-brained that you think it's okay because your governor and your mayor are telling ICE to get the F out and not let them do their job, and to get the people out that stole $9 billion from you, you stupid freaking idiots. You allowed this. You were complacent. Really, we should just let you guys stew in your own shit that you created. But no, we got to come in and save you, because that's what we're supposed to do. And then when we go to save you, you turn on us and you commit violence against us. Evil. You are oppressed, and many of you are possessed by evil. And the only thing that us good people can do is pray for you, pray for your soul. Because, and here's where I'm taking the uptick. And real quick before I hit the uptick, please give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, please. And then make sure you stay to the end. I got a surprise for you at the very end. I wrote a song and finally got it put together over what I'm talking about today And hopefully, for some of you out there that are still captured, maybe this will help you in a certain way that will help you escape the prison that they have you in. Me either, Molly. I never took the jab and I never had COVID. The only thing I ever got was sick after taking a flu shot because it was required for me to have my job as a certified medical assistant. And even to go to school. 5 years of school. The first year I didn't have to take it because I was past the flu season, but I had to take 4 years of flu shots, and they made me sick every single year. But when it hit the point where I did the research on what was in the COVID vaccine, and I even showed that information to the nurse practitioner and 2 of the doctors that work in our office, and I said, this is not safe. You actually think this is okay to stick in people's bodies? But there's not that much of it. You're okay with putting RNA in somebody's body. That's how your DNA gets rebuilt. It goes off of the blueprint from your RNA. Did you know that? Well, I'm at the point right now, Molly, and I hope that that's true. They need to send them in there, because what's going to happen after what happened yesterday, there's going to be blood on the streets, and it's going to be patriots versus these evil mofos that are out there pushing the evil. There's going to be a lot of dead Somalis. There's going to be a lot of dead lefties, because I'm telling you right now, the patriots have had it up to here. They're at the point where they say, I've had enough and I'm not going to take it anymore. They're going to go out there and they're going to start adding blowholes to people. They're going to be packing, and when these freaking idiots go try to steal their camera or hit them over the head with a flagpole, they're going to FA and FO. I mean, this has got me to the point where I'm not upset about the things that are happening. What I'm upset about is how many stupid people are out there that let themselves get that thumb in their back and now are oppressed. They're either there's a number of different reasons why these people are like this. Number one, they're paid. Number two, they're just oppressed because they're idiots and they don't have Christ, okay? They don't have God in their life. And they've done things that allow a door to be opened in the back to let bad things come in. And that's what's happening. We need a major deliverance for Minneapolis, Minnesota, Chicago, Illinois, Los Angeles, California, Atlanta, Georgia, Houston, Texas, Austin, Texas, Plano, Texas. We need a huge deliverance. But number one, and I'm not being racist, and I'm not being anti a certain religion or anything. But number one, if you are a practicing Muslim and you believe that because you are a Muslim you have to have Sharia law, you need to leave the United States, because your belief is not going to be coexisting with our U.S. Constitution. Okay? You need to leave. If you are committing fraud, if you're here illegally, or if you're even here legally, but you're carrying the flag of your former country when you go out and protest, you need to leave. You need to go back to your former country, because if you left your former country because you didn't like the way you were treated there, and you're going to come here and fly that flag because you feel that you need to have everything given to you on a silver platter, you need to leave. You don't belong here. You don't have the beliefs of the American frame of mind, okay? You need to leave. Yeah. Only lethal means. Okay, and the Insurrection Act isn't going to be kicked off because an ICE agent shoots an idiot in the head for trying to run him over. That's not going to incite the Insurrection Act. What's going to incite the Insurrection Act is when the people are out there fighting with each other, or when the good people, the patriots, say, well, hey, federal government, or hey, state government, you're not going to do your job, so we're gonna go do it for you, just like these citizen journalists are doing, because Fox News, CNN, ABC, CBS, any of the mainstream media aren't covering it, and there's nobody there. So the citizen journalists are going out there and they're getting attacked for it. Okay, the same thing's going to happen. Okay, and I'm going to tell you, Walz, Fry, Pritzker, who's the mayor of Chicago? You guys are on notice because the patriots are going to take you out of your humble abode. I mean, you allowed people to go into a place of worship and terrorize people during church. They're going to come and they're going to take you out of your house, and they're going to find the nearest tree and they're going to put you in it with a very nice, slender necktie. That's when the Insurrection Act is going to go. When good men have to stand up and do the job that either our state or federal governments either taking their time doing. What's it going to take? What does it have to take? Does a patriot have to die? I'm in the firm belief that the Insurrection Act is going to be instituted at the proper time. And that's why I said at the beginning of the show that people need to listen to what President Trump is saying. With him, you have to read between the lines sometimes, okay? But not just what he's saying then, what he said before, and before that, and before that. More recently, we're getting messages out from like the Department of Labor and other government agencies, legitimate government agencies. They're posting on True Social, and they're posting on X. President Trump actually, or whoever's doing the posting for him, grabbed the posts off of X and reposted them on True Social. So President Trump is still monitoring X, even though he's not actually posting on X. Okay? But you have to listen to what he's saying. So I'm not bitching and complaining that they need to get the Insurrection Act started now. What I'm saying is, people, you got to pay attention to what's going on and what's being said before it's actually done. But I guarantee you that it might end up being a little bit preemptive if the good patriots out there start taking matters into their own hands and lynching the governors and the mayors of these blue states that are committing the fraud and inciting violence against us. It's pretty crazy. And any of you out there on the other platforms that disagree with me, hey, fine, you can disagree with me all you want. Most of my views come on BitChute, and most of the people that disagree with me are also on BitChute, which for the most part, from what I understand, are mostly conservatives over there, but you know, you still got some of those left-wing loonies over there that that have their things going on over there, because they take advantage of the free speech, but they take it upon themselves to come over to my channel and make threats against me. I haven't gotten any threats against me yet on either YouTube or on Rumble, but I have on BitChute, and I got people making threats against me, and I got people just basically trying to incite hate, violence, or hate language, and trying to push violence on me. But anybody, just so you know, on BitChute, if you're watching and you're gonna take and post some stupid shit like that, I'll see your post, but I'm gonna delete your post, and I will probably at some point ban you from being able to watch my stuff, because it's only me doing this. I don't have a staff that goes in and segregates that information from me. I see it all. Okay? But I'm just saying, what is that other saying? Play stupid games, get stupid prizes. That's where it might be going. Maybe we are close to President Trump, instituting the Insurrection Act. And if this is actually true, with 1,500 101st Airborne Screaming Eagles on the border ready to come in, oh man, it's going to be glorious. And I hope the very first thing they do is they go right to the mayor, and they go right to Walls, and they arrest them and take them into custody right away. Because they've already broken the law on a number of things. Inciting the violence is one, but they're both in on all the fraud. The $9 billion that has been stolen from the people of Minnesota that can't do nothing about it. They don't even know how much they could even get paid back. And guess where that money went? Some of it lined the pockets of the Ilhan Omars and her ilk. Some lined the pockets of Tim Walz. Some lined the pockets of the Mayor Fry. But a good portion of that money has been in diplomatic bags, going on airplanes, and we're talking in the millions of dollars in these bags, have been sent to Somalia. Guess who's getting it? Al-Shabaab. Basically, Al-Shabaab is an offshoot of Al-Qaeda. They're funding terrorists. This isn't just breaking the law and committing theft. This is all out treason. And guess what they do to people that are out there committing treason? I hope they televise it, to be honest with you, because I know a lot of people out there are starting to lose faith about what's going to happen. When the big thing is when are we going to see the arrests? You know what? You're going to see the arrests when you're going to see the arrests. For those of you that aren't paying attention and that's all you're focused on, then you don't know that most of these people have already been arrested, and some of the people that are still out there in the public eye aren't even the original. They're a 2.0. Why do you think President Trump always talks about central casting? What is central casting? That's where all the new and grade B and grade C and grade D actors and actresses go waiting to find work as an extra or for something. You're watching a movie, folks. But unfortunately, some of the actions of some people are causing serious harm or death to people that don't deserve it. Or to themselves, because they're an idiot. So, like I said, for those of you that hung around to the very end, I got a surprise for you. I told you I wrote a song specifically about freeing yourself from this whole mess that we're in. Because whether you know it or not, you've been programmed from the time you came out of the womb. They not only programmed you or tried to program you, because there's a lot of people that can't be programmed. I'm one of them. Okay? There's a few other people out there that I know that, and those of you like Molly, she can't be programmed either. She's on it. Molly knows what's going on. Roydie knows what's going on. Esad knows what's going on. There's a lot of us that know what's going on and we can't be programmed. We're on to them. We've been on to them. But I'm at that point where I say thank you for watching. If you haven't already, give us a thumbs up, like, doesn't matter what channel you're on, they all have a thumbs up. You can share from any of the platforms that we're on your social media. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm trying to build my channels. I purposely am not streaming to my old YouTube channel anymore, which has just shy of 2,800 subscribers. But I'm so shadow banned over there that every time I get a new subscriber, I lose 2. It's weird. Okay? So, anyway, as I always say, be aware of your surroundings. Use situational awareness. Doesn't matter if you live in the big city, the suburbs, or the Boontoolies like me. You never know what's going to cross your path, so you need to be strapping, especially now. Strapping. If it's not a pew-pew, maybe some good old Happy Bear spray, maybe a good sharp thing, a pokey. But if you can't do that, make sure you're with somebody that is. And always carry your sword of truth, your Bible, and be armored up. Armor of God. God bless every single one of you out there on the other side of the screen. And I'll see you Wednesday morning. And stay tuned for the little surprise I have for you. Peace out.
When morning breaks, they pass the page. Their words a trap, a scripted stage. Each line they write with practiced art to tear your truth and world apart. From hidden rooms where plans are laid, they craft each storm and false parade. The poison seeps through even news, while puppet masters light the fuse. Stand up, fight back, reclaim your sight. Don't let them dim your inner light. Break every chain they've wrapped around. Your spirit won't stay underground. This war of minds, this battle cry, will shake their towers from the sky. Old Edward's tricks still rule the trade. Each fear and wish precisely made. They sell you pain in pretty shows, while programming which way it flows. Your blood runs hot, your thoughts run cold. The stories break and ratings fold. They split the world in black and white, while freedom fades into the night. Stand up, fight back, reclaim your sight. Don't let them dim your inner light. will shake their towers from the sky. Every screen and printed sheet, the same old lies they still repeat. Their mockingbirds sing false refrains while agents pull the mental chains. We dance their steps from sun to moon, all marching to their twisted tune. But truth breaks through like morning rays when questions pierce their practiced haze. They track each step and thought you make, each choice you think you freely take. But power shifts when eyes grow clear and manufactured lies appear. So drop the script upon the ground, let freedom's voice ring true and sound. Your story's yours to write anew, with every word authentic, true.